Hello, everybody. This is another rant video. In today's video, this is kind of a rant. I'm gonna say there's more explanation to what I'm saying here. Peep the fit, you know what I mean? But in today's video, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be talking about Minecraft's advancement system and why I think it is the worst feature of the game currently. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Okay, so when you traditionally open up Minecraft, this is your main screen page. You click on single player, and you pick a world. You may pick your thing, keep commands off, all this stuff, game rules, experiments, data packs, all that stuff. But then you genuinely just go in the world, create it. And you'll see here, when I log into the world and I look around, there isn't much guide. Now, if we go back to the 360 edition, Legacy edition, which I will do in a bit, you'll see what I mean. But like, let's say I break this tree. Well, it gave me a log. Okay, I'm so confused. Okay, apparently, if this is true to my knowledge, getting wood is not an achievement anymore, which is crazy. But let's say I make a pickaxe, and let's say I make an axe. There we go. Okay, so now that I've started, mind you, it doesn't really pop up in the chat that there are anything has been done. But now if I press L, it's slowly starting to show. Okay, so it tells me to mine stone with my pickaxe. So that's part of the advancement guide, is mining your pickaxe, mining stone. So let's say I dig down. Okay, Stone Age, it pops up finally. To my knowledge, they do not tell you to press L. They don't tell you what your advancement system is at all. They don't tell you how to get there. I'm pretty sure of it. But now it says construct a better pickaxe, so like, if I mine a little bit more, place this down, boom, boom, getting an upgrade. And if I go and look at this, it branches out, and it does tell you what to do. But it's a very flawed system. And I'll show you what I mean by that if I open to land. Okay, I fixed that, I think. Creative. So it wants me to smelt an iron ingot. So I can smelt that, and let's say I get all iron. I get suit up. Right, that branches out. Fill a bucket with lava. Okay. Build, light, and enter another portal. Now, this is one of the main things I wanted to show you. Not everyone would know what a nether portal is. Like, if you take... Nowadays, there's like a wiki, and there's a bunch of stuff that shows you specifically how to do things. I know there are ruined portals, which is supposed to help you. But someone that is fresh and new to the game isn't going to know how to smelt an ingot, how to construct a pickaxe, how to do this and how to do that. And the system is very flawed in which it shows the players how to do things. It explains what to do, not really how to do. So now I'm going to switch over to the legacy version to show you guys an example of how it was a little bit better. Okay, I went down a rabbit hole to get to this. Okay, when you open up the game, it says Minecraft is a game about placing blocks to build anything you can imagine. At night, monsters come out. Make sure to build a shelter before that happens. Press A to start the tutorial. And it tells you what you're looking at. And it's telling you how much you need for certain things. I knew the interface was a lot worse back then. However, it's actually showing you like every little thing and telling you a bunch of stuff. Now the new game does somewhat teach you, but not like this version of the game. This version of the game is a bunch of stuff to you to teach you everything you need to know pretty much about the main bits of the game. And even though the game was in some ways worse, like this is, which version of the game is this? This is one of the older versions, because they don't have the, yeah, this is one of the old versions with the houses and the village. I'm used to playing on a different version of the game, but that's my point. This explains it somewhat well. Now, the next thing I'm going to show is the mod version, which is, I believe, FTB. I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm gonna pull that up and show you how they do it, because I think they do a really good job as well. A bit better interface-wise than this. So give me 1 second and I'll show you guys. So currently I am inside of Cobblemon, which is a mod pack. But at the top it tells me what to do. It's supposed to press a button, which is M, and you get to pick your Pokemon. And let's say I pick one. That's cool and all. It says quest complete right there. So if I open up my inventory, now obviously I'm in creative, but up here at the top you have a bunch of settings for FTB, but you've got quests. Now look at this. This is the creating a team section, useful command section, all the mods section, quest section. It tells you things. You get like XP rewards for doing it, and you can go on to the next one. See? And you click on this, right? Boom. open up the side here. Now, this is a hefty mod pack. It literally has like the most mods. However, this is about the base game. This is the way their layout goes, kind of. It's a bit different than most mod packs. This is the main quest line for the main game. It tells you what to do. So you can pin quests and it'll stay on the side of your screen. But it tells you what to do to make a crafting table. It gives you some sticks as a reward. It tells you to make a pick, stone pick, iron. And now it leads into steel and power because of the way this update goes. But if you go down, they have a basic armor, which this is for other mods, but like it shows the power level. So it starts with leather armor, lapis, B armor, gold armor, like it goes. Now if I was not in a mod pack and it was in a regular one setup, it would be different. Now it shows you all the trims. Now, since this is a mod, it's got like some custom trims, but all the regular trims in the game, except there's some extras added. And if you go to basic tools too, it shows you the tool progression system. Start with a stick to unlock all these. You get pickaxe and swords all the way up to this, which does 69 damage. But it's a lot of stuff that you can unlock, and it tells you just how to do anything. Like, let's pick a mod, any mod. Like, let's stay deeper and darker. Visit an ancient city, kills a warden, Heart of the Deep, the other side. And then it'll keep going after I unlock certain things. Like the Twilight Forest. It tells me how to make the portal. Then it tells you about everything. Like, I could read this, and let's say I wanted to log in every day. I could complete a quest and keep going. I like the way this is set up, and I like the way they explain it. I think it's explained in a very great way. I think it's functional, but I think it has its flaws. So now I'm going to show you something else really quickly. Okay, as you can see, this was made by Sam. But I will give a quick shout out to him. Thank you, Sam, for making this. I'm gonna showcase it just a little bit. This was primarily made for his father when he started playing. But this is the Turtle SMP development tree. Now this is specifically for our server, but we have punch a tree, start a mine, receive gifts from like players. That's the base 3i things to do. He did all that, so he would move on to build a shelter. Then he goes into farming tier 1, mob farming, and villagers 1. Now obviously, since this is just made in a PDF, it's not gonna be the greatest thing ever. However, it does tell you what to do. Like, he's written down farming. Choose and plant a crop, gather a type of cattle, breed and harvest cattle, collect all farm animals, expand the farm to include a second crop, automate crop collection, collect and plant 2 more crops, farming complete, base level 2 to 4, and you keep going. So now you get to read this one. Mob farming, build a dark room mob farm, create a storage system, upgrade the farm to max level, automate the storage system, gather enough XP to reach level 30, create an AFK room, mob farming complete. And then you get build a villager breeder, Learn about villager trading blocks, add beds and give villagers food, choose a primary emerald source, expand to 20 adult villagers, make a librarian villager, and then villagers 1 is complete. And then you build a general storage room, and he goes into these details here where you can gather redstone, make a pumpkin farm, sugarcane farm, melon farm, bamboo farm, sell pumpkins and melons to villagers, make a lava farm, buy golden carrots, breed an auto smelter, nation building. Now in Turtle SMP, we are a nation based server. So when we play based on our nations. I am Frosthelmia. Sam is Novateria. His dad is Dave Zicania. Will is Archeon. Mikey is something, but I just call him Mikey's base. And Sand is Crunchvania. And that's the basic amount of our lands and everything. It's pretty basic, but we've kind of set that up so we have a way to determine things. I stick to my land, they stick to their land. That's how our server goes. That's how we play. Okay. It says you must do these things: create a national banner, which Frosthelmia has, name your capital, which is just Frosthelmia. My capital is Frosthelmia. Like Frosthelmia City, Frosthelmia, the island, which will be named something other than the island soon, because naming it the island sounds kind of Epstein-y, and I don't really like that. Jeffrey Epstein. Create a national anthem. We used the use of generative AI because we are not composers, but we put in a system, I at least put in what my base is like, about what it consists of, and I just threw it in there and let it generate a 8-bit Minecrafty sounding thing, and it generated a song. That's cool. You can make one yourself. I would like to make one myself. I just don't currently have the skill to do so. Build a capital stage or common house, and then you get done with that, nation building. And then you get on to, like, after all of this, which is regular game progression, you get negotiate a large trade, and it's just telling us a bunch of things. Like, create another hub, another mine, find another fortress. Now he could go even more in depth, like adding the little things, but he keeps going until right here. It just has a bunch of different things for you to do, and I think a lot of this is based off of what he did. However, a lot of this also has to do with what you can do in your world too. Like Explore 2 is really good. Find all the music discs, find all the pottery shards, find all the armor trims. That's good. Exploration is Minecraft's greatest thing. That's what we're going to be doing tonight on our stream. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen the trailer for the Turtle SMP Live of the Trial Chamber update today on the 16th of June 2026, go check it out. Hopefully this video's up before then. It is 2:47, so it could be up, it could also not be up. I want it up by 5. However, that's gonna be difficult, but then again, this is just a yap video. So it could be very possible to do. Anyways, I'm gonna keep this going. You get to the end. Host a server event. I've hosted one, but I still have a lot of things on here I've never done. just for the sake of not doing it yet. But once you do this, you get to choose an event type. And then you reach base level 25. Now, there's a lot more you could go in depth about in this, like, once you finish your main base, do your second base, third base, fourth base, if you do bases like that, and connect them. My plan for Frost Helmet is obviously I have the docks, the mainland, the castle, okay? On the left and right of the castle, on the left of the castle is Frost Helmet Hills, which is where the big houses are and stuff. Actually, that's on the right of the castle, I'm sorry. On the left is where the island is, but more importantly, there's other land there. What I plan on doing is flattening out the behind area where there is not a lot of snow, and I'm gonna build there too, because I want to build farmland, and I want to build a bunch of other stuff there, because there's so much room to be done there, along with the island. The island is mainly for when I didn't have any place left on my base, but I've made a lot of room and also progress, so I have like a lot more to do than what I originally thought I could do. So yeah, but my hair's in the way, dang it. Alright, well, that'll be funny for the video. Anyways, that is the layout he has made. A layout I think should be proposed is a layout which shows how to make the nether portal, shows what to do, or at least tells what to do. So like if it explains it well enough, that's great. I just think the current system isn't that great. One, you don't really benefit from it. I think if they did like feed the beasts, or the whatever the mod one's name is, and they gave you certain items, it would be a lot better. However, I think there needs to be some sort of level to that, so you can't just keep getting stuff. Maybe just XP would be a great way to do it. Maybe you get a trophy or something like that, like I don't know, maybe a special banner, something that is not overpowered in game, more of bragging rights, but a way to show it. Another thing, Bedrock doesn't have an advancement system. They have achievements, and it is based on account, not based on world. So if I personally have almost every achievement. I had every achievement, but they add some new ones. I can't gain any on Turtle SMP at all. When the sulfur update dropped today, there's a new one for putting TNT inside of a sulfur cube, I think, which will be nice. However, I don't know what they're gonna do for Bedrock in terms of when they come to do some form of parity, because it's a lot of difference between Java and Bedrock achievements, advancements. So but I think one of the greatest aspects Minecraft has is the fact that you're able to do whatever you want in it. So my suggestion is to find some form of unity between the two. Use that, reward players, go more in depth into what to do, because if you've watched About Oliver, I think that's who he is. I could be wrong, I'm sorry, forgive me if I am. He played Minecraft blind without looking up the wiki. Now, he eventually learned some stuff. However, it took him a long time to do it, and he didn't know what the Wither was. He saw the painting of the soul sand and the skulls, and he recreated it, and a Wither came and blew up his house. So definitely doesn't explain everything. I don't think everything needs to be explained, like some niche things, but they said they want to make everything easier to obtain. If they want to make everything easier to obtain, I'm assuming a woodcutter will come in the future, because you gotta strip logs to get hanging signs and a bunch of stuff like that. But if they want to make stuff easier to access, have more accessibility for your newer players. That's my opinion. I really like the way Sam has this set up. I think if it was a mix between this with the current layout and the feel of the FTB, it would be a lot better for the players, so that newer players could learn what to do and learn how to play. And I think it would be really healthy for the game to have some sort of system like this, so that they can learn to do things instead of being kind of clueless. We had to explain a lot to his father, Sam's father. However, he did pick up on it on his own. There's like a wiki online to go look stuff up. I just think Minecraft is the base game. Shouldn't have to have that. Another thing I wanted to note, inside of our Turtle SMP Discord server, which I will not showcase on the screen for privacy reasons, we have this channel for guides, and on the guides channel, it has a bunch of things like potions and stuff like that. They could go in depth on potions. I don't know how to brew every potion. I don't know what it takes. I didn't go into potion. I didn't go into redstone. I've never been a redstone. I've never been a stoner, a redstoner. I was never a redstoner. I was never a potion brewer. I did before a couple, but mainly to cure zombies. That's another thing they don't really explain well. But the igloos hint at it a lot, which are nice, the ones with the basements. Yeah, that is my take on Minecraft's advancement and update system. I have glasses on. It's been Nick, and I will catch you guys in the next one. If you guys did, make sure to like this video. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Please make sure to check in to my stream tonight at around 7:30 to 7:45. We plan to set out around 8, go out into the Chaos Cube update, but we have to travel a bit far out, so it kind of sucks for us, but that's the way it is. So yeah, if you like it, thank you, and without further ado, I'm out of here.